Hello everybody, back with a not so shameless plug of my book, Hey Radiant Souls. And I'm going to talk a little bit about, so the book was published in October 2020. I'm shooting this video in late December 2020. And I published the book. I put some information out there about it, but I didn't really show up and talk about it and sing its praises and say how incredibly proud I am and how moved it was for me to write it, how moving it was for me to write it. And I just kind of dropped it softly upon the laps of some of my closest friends and some of my community. And I didn't really come back and talk about it. And I don't want that to seem like I'm not incredibly proud. I think it is an amazing book. It is great content. And I can say that because I didn't write it all. Some of it was channeled messages from my guides. So here's what went, blah, blah, blah. See, this is what happens. Here's what went down. I wrote it and I was in such a state of accomplishment and I was so proud and I was also so exhausted. It was a whirlwind 49 days to fully organize, write, illustrate, publish, do cover photography, design the cover art. None of that did I know how to do. Did it all in 49 days. It was exhausting. And I got it out there and I was so proud. And I've talked in other videos about knowing what you're available for energetically and emotionally, and I just wasn't available for marketing. I wasn't available for it. I didn't even have the desire to come in front of an audience and sell it and talk about it because I was still privately enjoying what it felt like to finally be an author. So I want to say, I guess, to you guys that that's okay. You know, society says you should do things a certain way, and especially in the publishing world, you should have this big lead into your book and you should let people follow you every step along the way. And if that works for you, that's amazing. For me, I didn't tell anybody. I was writing it until it was done. And I loved that. That was the best way for me to do it. I didn't want the distractions of other people's opinions, however amazing they might have been. I needed to hear my own thoughts and only those thoughts. So whatever works for you to do your passion project, whatever that is fine. Put up blinders, let everything else fall away. If you're guided to share and say, hey guys, I'm going in this community and I'm gonna write a book and we're gonna work on it together. And like, I've seen people do that and that's amazing if that's your thing. And I'm not even talking just books. I'm talking whatever. Going back to school, starting your business, launching a product, whatever it is, do what works for you and it's all okay. Know what is available to you and don't rush anything too, right? There was no hurry for me to get out and come market and talk about my book. It's there, it's gonna be there, it's not going anywhere. So do things in your own time and in your own way. I also wanted to, not so shamelessly, talk about, so the book, if you haven't read it, I would love, love, love for you to check it out. It's called Hey Radiant Souls, A Guide to Finding and Shining Your Light. And it is 12 steps, tricks, tools to help you connect to the inner divine radiance within you. Because sometimes we get lost and we can't really find our spark. So this is a way to help you get back on track with that. And each chapter has a picture that I drew, an illustration that was channeled to me from my guides, and it sums up the message of the chapter, and each piece of art is energetically encoded with that lesson. So I also have products with that artwork. So if something really resonated with you, one of the chapters is maybe a lesson that you need to work on more than another, or maybe something that you're like, I've got this, I do this all the time, this one works for me. You can have a physical product to kind of reinforce that in your environment. So things like journals, just a couple of the journals here. And these are prototypes. The actual ones aren't quite as, like that's a little sloppy looking, I'll be honest, but I fixed it. Anyway, would love for you to check it out. Would love to hear what you think. And I am starting in 2021 a monthly membership group called Radiant, where we're gonna talk about each chapter. We're gonna dive deeper. I'm gonna have weekly bonus content for you and a monthly call where we come together, we do a little energy healing around that topic and a little discussion. So it's gonna be bananas, it's gonna be fun. I hope you come join us. And thank you for listening. And remember to just do things your way, the beat of your own drum, my friends. I love you, bye.